Hi, everybody. This is Beth from Wonderful, and I wanted to take a minute to introduce you to our new member platform and to just show you around a little bit so that you can see how to use it and all the different tools and features that are available. It's a really great platform, and I think one of the things I love the most is that it finally connects our whole global community together. So now you can actually find other chapters near you that can be helpful to you when you're traveling and also at home. You can also change your location to find other members that are in the city that you're in if you're visiting a new place. And there are all sorts of different resources, topics, and conversations that you can have. So let's dive in and take a look around. I'm going to share my screen so that you can have a look and see what I see. So when you log into Wonderful, it's probably going to look something like this. If it's your first time logging in, you might have gotten a little welcome section that has this video as well as some other like welcome messaging and that kind of thing. But this is your main activity screen. And what you're going to see here is similar to your Facebook feed when you log in. It's kind of what's recently happened in the ecosystem and what have people been saying. You can actually show different types of feeds. So if you go right here, this is your personal feed, but you can also see, everything that's been going on in the universe. You can see specifically your own activity. You can see things that have come from your hosts. And in this case, hosts are any admins. And so if you're in a chapter, for example, your local chapter director is going to be a host. So if they've posted something, you can do that. You can also see what's happening near you or if there's any particular types of events that are coming up. So this is a really neat way to just filter by what's going on in the network. And you can also sort that stuff. So right now we're sorted by last activity, but you can also sort by the date something was created or what's popular now, or even what's closest to you and in terms of where that stuff's being posted. If you want to post a message, all you do is just use this little box to do that. Automatically, it creates just a quick post, which is something where, kind of like a status update, you might just put in some thoughts or ideas. You can upload a picture, you can add a video, you can add a link or an attachment. This is for you to create a poll. So there are different ways for you to have conversations. You can add a topic. We'll talk about topics later. Or you can even write an article. So depending on your user level, you might not have access to creating polls or creating events. If you do, then great. Otherwise, don't worry about that right now. Just focus on really engaging with the ecosystem. So before we get into this side of the house, I want to show you your user profile over here, which is very cool. So this is where you're going to put in, if you go to your settings, you'll be able to create a profile for yourself. So put in your name, put in a nice picture. You can even do a little like header picture here, information about you, your location. So keep in mind, whatever location you put in, that's going to be what connects you to other users around you. So if you're traveling or if you're planning on traveling, try putting in a different location. Just click on here and type in New York City, for example. And then once you do that and you hit save, this is all going to change to reflect the local New York stuff that's happening near you. You'll probably have to refresh your page, but it's a really great way to connect with other wonderful women while you're traveling. Then put in your personal links, a little intro, make sure you indicate your time zone, and then this is where all of the different communities and topics that you've selected for yourself are available. I'm just going to cancel out of that. Okay, so our favorite stuff here is, so when you're coming into the network, if you're not seeing what you want to see from your activity feed, or maybe you want a different look, that's where Discovery is special. So that's going to show you all of the stuff that has happened in the Wonderful universe while you were gone. So questions that were posted, new chapters that came out, members that are near you, and topics, which I'm excited to go into. That's going to be all sorts of good stuff. So check out Discovery. That's a nice way to get a nice bird's eye view of the whole ecosystem and see what's going on. Members is our member directory. You'll be able to see members who are near you. You can also find who the newest members are. Hosts are admins in this case, so our chapter directors, the Wonderful team, etc. Ambassadors are actually people who have referred other people into the network. So if you see a little number like this, you'll see I've referred 41 people into the Wonderful community, and you can too. So you're able to to share Wonderful with other people, you can do that. I believe it's in your settings here, either your settings or your network settings. There's a unique link, or actually you can just do it through this invite button is the better way to do it. So you just click invite, you can add the email addresses of the people that you want to invite, and then you can send it. You can also give them a link. This is your unique link. So when somebody uses that link, you'll be listed as an ambassador. And later on down the line, we'll have all sorts of cool perks and opportunities for people who become ambassadors in our ecosystem. So check it out. This about section is just about Wonderful. So you can see kind of a little bit about us, how many members that we have. This is a quick look at that welcome section that I was talking about earlier. And then one of my favorite things is this topics area. So this is where you're going to see all of the activity of Wonderful. The official announcements are things that we're posting for you, new updates, trips, things that we have going on. Travel and destination questions, that's where you can post questions about, hey, what should I pack for this location? Or I'm going here, what recommendations do you have? Friendly banter is another place where you're just kind of having conversation. Maybe they're not specific questions, but maybe it's like, oh, I just heard about this thing. What do you think? Or, you know, hey, shout out to a friend who's doing this really awesome thing. The home sharing listings is a comprehensive list of all of the home sharings in the Wonderful community. So in case you don't want to make it over to the website, you can check this out and find all of the listings that we have there. Okay, so took a little break there, but back. So this is, so we talked about home sharing listings. This is a section for great blog posts that we've done. So we have a lot of creators and bloggers in our community. So anybody can post in here. If you have a blog that you've recently done, go ahead and share it in there. And hopefully you can help other women who are looking for advice, ideas, just put it all in this space. This is an area where there are all sorts of webinars and toolkits and resources for the Wonderful community. So if you go inside, you'll see some of them here. For example, we just released a special financial guide in partnership with the financial app Navit. So check that out and you go in and there's a link right there that you can use to access that. So we'll be posting all sorts of other things as it comes along. And then community deals and discounts. So this is if you have a travel business or really any kind of business and want to offer a special deal to the Wonderful community, you can just post it in there. We'll also share anything that comes our way. You can see that we have some deals in here already, including if you're watching this before July 1st, 2019, anyone who signs up before then gets a free year subscription at Unearthed Women. And hopefully we'll bring that back for anyone who's missing that opportunity. So stay tuned. And then finally, our last topic is job postings. We've seen a lot of people who have listings for jobs. They're looking to hire really awesome women who love to travel. So if you're one of those people, go ahead and throw it in the job postings. And definitely let us know if there are any other topics that you want here. But I thought this was a good space to organize some of the special offerings in the Wonderful community, but also give you a place to have conversations. Then here's one of my favorite things, the events. So you're going to see a little bit of a different view than what you're normally going to see when you're not watching this video, because I am in a whole bunch of like closed groups and that sort of thing. So that's where these all are. But this is an example of a public event. This is hosted by our Boston chapter. You can see Boston tagged here. And use this to RSVP to an event coming toward you. You can find ones that are nearby. You can also find ones that are global. So here's our Wonderful trip to Morocco, the Women in Travel Summit Riga. So global activities that we have happening. Okay, now for my absolute favorite part, our communities. So the community section is where all of the Wonderful chapters exist. We have dozens of chapters all around the world, and you can see them right here and get more information about them. So for example, we'll take a look at the Boston chapter. And inside the Boston chapter, it looks just like your dashboard on the regular membership site. There's a discovery section, a member section, an about section. There's topics, and in this case, there's a few different types of topics. One is official announcements. Now you're familiar with that. Two is tips for visitors. So if you're visiting Boston, use this group. Come in here, post-in tips for visitors, the local chapter members will get notified and they can help you if you need ideas or advice. Also, if you're coming to town or if you live in town, use this Let's Meet Up section to find someone to meet up with, and you can connect with someone. Our member chat is just friendly banter, conversations, that sort of thing between members. And then local home shares are, if you're lazy enough to not visit our website, you can see all the home shares in the Boston area or in the area, of the city that you're looking at right in here. And then these are the local events that the chapter is having. So you'll see that our Boston chapter has this hosteling event that we're doing on June 26th. So if you go back to the network here, that's the extent of what you're going to see in the communities. Again, don't forget, if you're traveling, change your current location, because then you'll find other members near you and what chapter is nearby, or you can just sift through them in communities. We also have a group chat that we're trying out for now. We'll see if we disable it or not, but it's a way for our whole community to have discussions. We're going to do our book club meetings there. We'll do all sorts of stuff there. But hopefully this gives you a good view of what's on offer in the Wonderful community. So check it out. If you have any questions at all, feel free to just post in here and just tag me. It's as simple as going @BethSantos, and you'll find me. You can click on me, mention me, and get your question answered, or you can always send me a chat through this chat button as well. Thanks so much for being part of this community. Please invite your friends. Looking forward to watching this really grow. Take care for now.